Aloha party people, you are listening to Inside the Desert Oasis Room, episode number 150. This episode is sponsored by Tandawai Rum, the world's largest rum producer and winner of over 170 international medals in the past 4 decades. Check out their webpage at tandawaiusa.com or follow them on Facebook or Instagram at tandawaiusa. On this episode, we come to you live from the 2nd annual Orange County United States Bartenders Guild's Tiki meeting, hosted by Tiki Farm, and chat with our friend Benny, the OCUSBG founder and president, along with Holden Westland, founder and president of Tiki Farm. Also joining us on this episode are skippers Cristian Diaz, Roy Hanzal and Ash Nalbadayan from Trader Sam's, followed by the Mai Tai Mafia, Nathan Hazard from Real McCoy Rum, Alexandre Chaigne from Combier USA, and Joe Carlin from Liquid Alchemist. As always, I hope you enjoy this episode as much as we did bringing it to you. If you enjoy this podcast, please give us a good rating. Doing so helps people find the show and boosts our presence. Also, subscribing makes it easier for you to follow our adventures, and subscribers always get new releases first. You can find previous episodes at our website, desertoasisroom.com, as well as links to our social media, along with links to our guest websites and their social media. And if you'd like to leave us a tip, click on the tip jar. Alrighty, let's do this. Grab a cocktail and join us live from Tiki Farm for the 2nd annual OCUSBG Tiki meeting.
Inside the Desert Oasis Room.
Okay, so you guys have both been on the podcast before.
We're not recording already, are we? Because I know you do that trick a lot.
We are recording.
You always do that. I love it.
Crafty,
that's the best.
Bastard.
It is the best. Thanks for including me again.
Oh, we're blessed to have you join.
Oh, the feeling is mutual. So we are, for our listeners, let's let them know, tonight is another USBG meeting, but it's a special meeting because we're doing a Tiki night at Tiki Farm. This is the 2nd annual, correct?
2nd annual.
Was it 1 year ago?
1 year ago. I don't know if it exactly was a year ago, but it was
really
last year.
All right.
About that, yeah.
And the voices you're hearing, well, I don't want to say. Do I just say Benny? Are you like
just Benny.
You're just like Madonna.
That's Benny and the Jets. That's right.
Our friend Benny from the Orange County USBG Bartenders Guild, and Holden Westland, the founder, owner, proprietor of the world famous Tiki Farm.
Greetings and
Thanks for
salutations.
being on the podcast.
You don't make him acknowledge you as God of Tiki mugs? Because that's how I think everyone feels.
Right? No. Hardest working man in Tiki, man. Not self-appointed title.
God of Tiki mugs.
Nah, just a worker. A worker.
Yeah, well, you have an impressive line, let me just say.
Yes.
We are honored to be able to be here. Oh, I mean, so many facets of so many talented people coming together to do something as piddly as a bartenders meeting. Touching. I'm going to get all
No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, really, we have so many thanks to throw out to you and the crew, because the focal point of really what's driving this whole movement is craft cocktails, and you guys are the new rock stars, and we've benefited as a result, and this little reciprocal thing that we're doing tonight is the least that we can do to reach out to the crew and just have a good time and say thank you.
And I want to point out that today is Monday, and it's a popular day to do the hashtag Tiki Mug Monday, where people post pictures of their Tiki mugs, their collections, and so forth. And I feel it so apropos that we're here at Tiki Farm.
Wow.
So I'm going to do a post a little bit later, my own Tiki Mug Monday post, where I'm doing this from the mug room over here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's such a cool room to look at, isn't it? How many mugs are you at nowadays? Have you kept count of like where you are?
You mean in terms of total designs produced?
Total, yeah, total.
Man, Adrian, I would say probably realistically, I'm going to do some quick math here, 3,000 to 3,500 total designs. That's based upon a running average of about 150 per year, and we're coming up on our 20th year, and then some years are big. It's been, the last couple of years have been really crazy. It could be more.
That's nuts.
It is nuts.
That is so nuts.
Is there plans for an OCUSBG mug?
Oh my God, I would love to. My big concern is how limited edition can you get is really
well, we're able to actually conform down to some lower run quantities with some moves that we've been making, and we don't really put it out there yet because
you just did.
Well, and it would be a neat way to raise funds for the group too.
Oh my God, dude! Yeah. We would be totally blown away to be able to put something together. And again, it would probably be like a few hundred. I heard somebody told me that there was a 500 run, so I was like, oh man, I think I might be able to pull off a 500 run.
You'd be amazed with a 500 run what we could do for you. In all sincerity, from a cost perspective, that would make it lucrative for the team, and we'd be happy to do a 500 run for you. But we're even doing lower runs in the future.
I love it. It's to be able to have something, especially like I was just at Tiki Bar. he's throwing up the
so we got Holden's throwing up some
the
stickers.
Right,
there's another one.
I'm tagging the warehouse with Adrian's promotional stickers.
All my promotional stickers here for the
Tiki
podcast.
stickers.
I like this one because it's got a nice big Desert Oasis Room logo on it. Yeah.
So there you go.
Here it goes.
And for the record, I'm not doing it. I'm not vandalizing Tiki Farm. So Holden is sticking them up there himself.
I'm a tagger.
So there you go.
Boom.
I was just in Solvang at the High Roller Lounge, where they specialize in wine tiki cocktails, and got one of the tiki mugs, and they were telling me they had a 500 run. I'm like, yes, I could do a 500 run.
Yeah, I think Holden can make that work. Yeah, right.
That's our low end groove. It's our groove.
If I'm on a groove low end, baby. Yeah.
So tell us about what we are going to be looking forward to tonight, Benny. What are we going to expect?
So tonight we have the amazing Adrian doing Inside.
What?
Inside the Desert Oasis Room. We're here at Tiki Lounge. We have Holden. We have the Mai Tai Mafia, which is the Real McCoy, Combier, and Liquid Alchemist, all kind of coming together. We have the Trader Sam's team in there bartending for us. With some of the best bartenders, especially best tiki bartenders in town in Orange County. So you're really blessed to have so many talented people coming together to make something happen.
I was joking with Christian and Roy earlier about how people think it's glamorous to be a craft cocktail bartender, and they're sweating in their t-shirts, juicing limes, and
full trash can overflowing.
Our trash cans never smelled so good, man.
That's right. So we have Mai Tai Mafia, and who are our sponsors? Is it the Mai Tai Mafia?
It is Mai Tai Mafia. So the Real McCoy Rum is going to be in all the cocktails. We have Liquid Alchemist syrups that are going to be in there, and then Combier Triple Sec, which is going to be in all the cocktails as well. The guys have teamed up, and they are doing a Combier infusion.
Very nice.
Which is a Falernum infusion. So lime, ginger.
They're making their own Falernum over there right now, aren't they?
They are. They're infusing the Combier into like a Falernum kind of taste.
Yeah.
So that it will rock in the zombie that we're going to make tonight. And again, it's a zombie costume party. So we're going to see.
Can't wait.
If anybody zombifies themselves.
Oh yeah.
Well, Adrian, the real thing is that none of us dress up, and we laugh at the people that do.
All right.
Well, you know what's hilarious? Man, is you dress up, you get all into your groove, and like, here I am. And then 3 minutes later, it's like, okay, it's all done, and now I'm going to be the zombie all night. And it's already, the vibe's already been sold, and I'm committed. Man.
That's right. That's funny.
We have one of our amazing bartenders who are part of the RUSBG chapter who's going to be doing makeup for anybody who is not.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So we can all.
So are we doing makeup?
Zombify. I'm doing makeup.
I'll do makeup with you.
That's. Can we make a date?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a makeup date.
Makeup date, okay.
Yeah. Let's do matchy.
Oh boy.
I'll do you if you do me.
That's
man.
Oh man,
that sounded a little out of context.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I can't believe your mind went there. I mean, I'm wearing my sexy hat today, but
Right on.
So, what kind of drinks are we going to be served tonight?
Yeah, so we have, of course, we're doing a zombie. So our first cocktail is going to be a zombie.
Wow.
We have the Mai Tai Mafia, so we have to do a Mai Tai. And then the team all came together and put together a take on a Lapu Lapu, which is called the Poison Dart.
Oh, very nice.
So it's going to have some tequila with a little flor de mezcal on there, passion fruit, ginger syrup.
Oh, that sounds great.
I got a dartboard here somewhere. I should have brought that.
So wait a second. Should I be pre-drinking for? So for our friends out there, let's shout out your brand too. So Benny is a rep for Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig Rye Whiskey.
And
Best
we have
rye whiskey in the world.
We have a bottle of 12-year-old rye here, Whistle Pig Rye, Old World Rye. And this bottle was new when I arrived, and we're about half an inch off the bottom now.
Yeah, we've dusted that bottle. I had to make sure everyone's happy while we're working, but
and we haven't had our first cocktail yet, so it's going to be a fun night.
Had our first cocktail yet.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, I've been very blessed to be steward of the brand for Whistle Pig Rye Whiskey.
Nice looking bottle.
And now we have Piggyback, which is out, which is kind of something that's very much more affordable for everybody, which is exciting.
Very cool.
And then we have, I got a new book that came out, which I'm excited.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Let's talk about that book.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I've been wanting to talk to you about that book on this podcast. Maybe we should save that for a separate episode. All the ins and outs, behind
whatever
the
you
scenes.
think. I'm yours whenever you.
But let's promote it. Tell us a little bit about it for the people that are listening right now.
Sure. It's Cocktails Made Simple, which is really kind of, if you're just looking to become a home bartender, or you're a home bartender, you like to entertain at parties, Cocktails Made Simple is a great way to learn about how cocktails are made, but not really just how they're made, but like how an actual bartender makes them. So, I taught...
so it's not just a recipe book. It has
techniques. It has, yeah. So I took care of the techniques portion, which is the very first part. So I tell them, first you put in your syrups and your juices, then your, modifiers, last your spirit. You put the ice in last, you shake it, you strain it into a cup with no ice. When you're ready to send that drink out, or when it's ready to go, you ice it and garnish it, send it out, just like any bartender would. And there is absolutely no difference between doing it that order and putting the booze in first, which everybody does.
Right.
But the key is you don't waste. You're
Yes.
able to control the dilution that's in the cocktail like a chef controls the food on a flame. And so, we're going to teach somebody how to do it right from the beginning, but this is for you home bartenders or somebody who's a cocktail enthusiast.
Yeah, I learned that you put the booze in last. I should say spirits in last in case you make a mistake or for any reason that you have to dump the drink out and start over. You're not dumping out the most expensive ingredient.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
so yeah, my co-author on that book was, have you ever heard of the podcast Bartender Journey?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so he does that. I'm a big podcast nerd. I
apologize. I apologize that I don't.
You don't need to.
I'll have to look that one up.
But he's been doing a bartending podcast for 5-6 years.
Oh,
so that's pretty impressive for the bartending world of podcasts. And so I teamed up with him. We split the book. I did the techniques. He did the recipes. He's on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. And we just promote that way.
Very cool.
Which is fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about tonight's Tiki meetup. I always feel like a VIP at these things. It's not this kind of thing that's just really open to the public, right? So thank you again for inviting me. Let's shout out our sponsors before we go forward. We have the Mai Tai Mafia with
Real McCoy.
Real
McCoy Rums. We have Liquid Alchemist for your syrups. And Combier Triple Sec.
Perfect.
And Combier, the company, does quite a few other things. We're going to taste on that tonight, and I'm sure they'll talk about it later on.
Perfect. So thank you to our sponsors for making this meeting possible. Thank you to Tiki Farm for hosting us. Thank you, Holden.
Our pleasure.
And Holden, man, I'm excited to get to go on the Tiki Tour and hear about the history, because I have one of your first 4 mugs.
Oh, wow.
What I really want to know is, can I retire? Can I retire right now? That's what I want to know.
It retire for a day.
One it is,
I think
for a day. Man.
I think you're becoming so big.
You can
I
retire.
feel like I could retire.
You can retire right now as long as you come back tomorrow.
As long as we have enough money.
So there you go. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to have, who should we talk to next? Let's talk to the guys at Trader Sam's who are making our cocktails for us.
Trader Sam's, the amazing team.
Alrighty. All right, we'll be right back.
Cheers.
If you have a product, service, or event that you'd like to bring attention to, we can help. This podcast reaches thousands of listeners in over 100 countries every week. Imagine hearing your ad in this spot, just like you're hearing this one right now. Sponsor an episode and get the exposure you deserve. For more information, go to desertoasisroom.com and click on Services. This episode is sponsored by the Tiki Bar T-Shirt Club, where their monthly T-shirt designs pay tribute to a Polynesian bar or restaurant from days long past. Each design is available for a limited time and will never be produced again. For the collectors out there, be sure to check out their subscription program, where they offer a discounted 3, 6, or 12-month plan, or you can always buy shirts one at a time. For more information and to check out this month's shirt, visit tikibartshirtclub.com.
Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And as promised, we've got the boys here from Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, guys? Let's welcome Roy, Cristian, and Ash.
Hey, aloha.
Aloha, mahalo.
It feels so real.
So we have a treat tonight. These guys are mixing drinks for us. And because it is, I guess it's Halloween season right now, right? I was going to say Halloween themed. Not really Halloween themed. It's a tiki themed event, but since it's Halloween season, we're opening up with a zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Kick them in the nuts with the first one, right?
Yeah, it's a meaty one, too. We
Get them
went all
started.
out.
Nice and proper. Keep it traditional yet new at the same time.
Gotta let them know what they're getting into.
I was joking with you guys earlier. I should say that I'm speaking to the audience now. I was joking with these guys earlier about how people think that being a craft cocktail bartender is so glamorous, and they're back there in sweaty T-shirts, squeezing limes.
Plastic cups.
For how long? How long did you guys do that?
About 2 hours.
Yeah,
right?
we're about 2 hours today.
2 hours of squeezing limes, living the dream.
You gotta keep
Dropping
it fresh.
chopping it,
It's all about the
squeezing
fresh.
it, juicing it,
Washing our hands,
doing
washing
it
our
all.
hands.
Doing it all.
We're so detailed. I love it.
I hope you were washing your hands.
Yeah, seriously.
Who came up with the drinks for tonight?
That was a combination of the three of us.
Yeah, we had a good collaboration.
Are they personal recipes, or are you guys sticking traditional recipes?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
we're kind of doing a mashup with Liquid Alchemist and Real McCoy, so they're obviously not going to be traditional recipes, but we stuck, as we do at Trader Sam's, we try to stick to as traditional as possible with our own little spin on it, and just kind of embrace the Liquid Alchemist aspect and the Real McCoy.
Using our
stuff.
forefathers as a blueprint for what we can do with what we have.
Because that's all what Tiki's about. Just, adaptation of different types of cocktails, and we did pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like living on the edge. It's how Don the Beachcomber and Trader Vic both did it. They just took a swing and hit it out of the park. Yeah.
No fear.
Definitely.
How different are you guys, like when Disney first opened Trader Sam's, there was a certain type of cocktail that was served there. I'm not saying that it's still not served there, but the mixology over the years has certainly raised its game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How would you say, how different would you say it is today than it was back then when you guys first opened that bar?
I want to. Well, Christian's been there the longest, so he would know the most. But just in the time that I've been there, we've seen the kind of craft aspect of it grow leaps and bounds just through begging our bosses for better rums and.
I mean, out of the whole resort, we have really complicated, nice aged rums. I mean, we have Martinique rums. A lot of places, unless you're, with the higher clubs, don't carry the rums we do, so we're really lucky.
That I know.
Yeah,
because I've tried drinking at some of the other bars and trying to get a quality cocktail, and it's not that they don't want to make it for me; they just don't have the ingredients.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's come to the enchanted spot.
Right.
That's it.
A big thing back to the question is that it's over time, the belief has grown. When I remember when I first arrived, it was a small percentage of us that really believed in the vision that was being presented to us, and now it's 99.9% of the staff believes in what we're doing, wants to learn more, and is very enthusiastic. Everybody pushes everybody to be better, to do something new, to do something out of the box, to have fun. For everybody from Kelly to Roy to everyone, Ash.
Oh, well, you don't want to give Kelly any credit.
Yeah, no credit. Actually, who is that guy? I mean, you mean Kevin? I don't know.
But he's he hit the nail on the head there. Like, kudos to Disney for letting us kind of play.
Yeah,
what
that's
we
awesome.
do.
Yeah.
Freedom,
But
definitely.
really, it comes from the people like that are there. Like we've been blessed with like getting and hiring on and transferring people in that really kind of like Cristian said, believe in the vision of let's do this nice. Like,
Yeah.
and
Well, that's awesome
they
too,
kinda let us
because
do it.
sometimes when you bring people into a bar, either they're jaded and they don't want to go down that road, because
Right,
they're,
right.
you know, or they're lazy, or they kind of have a chip on their shoulder, and they're like, you know, you're not going to tell me how to make a Mai Tai, or you're not going to tell me,
right.
you know. So that's pretty cool. I think also, though, a lot of it has to do with the success of the bar, that you guys have shown that, hey, look, trust us,
Absolutely.
and we will make you guys money, right?
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
And yeah, if you build it, they will come. It's pretty much what we've been trying to do as a staff, is just, you know, living outside of the box of, because you do get the stipulation really easily. We could easily be the Disney bar that just uses a lot of pre-processed product and just pours booze and then some mixer in and be done with it. It really just comes down to we didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
We don't enjoy that.
Yeah.
It's an art for us. It's a passion for us. It's not just a job for us.
We really try our best to be that guide, whether it is to break down those walls, to get you out of your safety zone and your go-to, and get you to try something that maybe something that you didn't like up until now. Maybe you had a bad experience with gin or with mezcal or something, and we may be able to reintroduce that to you
we got to play with
in a different
mezcal
way, where it might open your world a little bit.
There's a little bit right here.
Yeah.
There was
Ash's favorite.
There was about a half inch at the bottom of a bottle that you guys were throwing out.
Half inch. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, we can't
I don't know about
waste that.
throwing out, man.
We can't waste that. Well, it was
No.
a box full of empty bottles, and then when I pulled the mezcal bottle out, there's about a half an inch on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, don't lose that.
So I was like, no, we can't dump this. So somebody get me a plastic cup.
That was actually our supply, so thank you.
Thanks. Just trying to have a little nip for ourselves.
But talking back to the whole Trader Sam's thing, I feel like Trader Sam's is like a double level type bar where you walk in, you look around, you have the menu, you have the drinks, but the passion and the love is actually going off menu, catering to those people and their wants and needs and flavor profiles, and that's what the best thing about it is.
And I do want to say, and you guys are really great with this, by the way, that when somebody orders off menu, you make it like, well, I can't really do that, but I'll do it for you, right? You don't tell them that, but you make them feel like, yeah, I'll do that one for you.
Spoiler alert.
Ask the right questions to get the right answers.
Yeah.
Just know what questions to ask.
Yeah, that's the truth. We kind of have an obligation to the menu. We want to do right by the menu too, but we always want to let people know, like, you don't have to get something on the menu. The first question asked a lot is, you got something not so sweet or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So we'll walk people into it. We'll walk people in and be like, sure, let me make you something different off the menu, and then that's when the creativity, they see it and they're like, okay, never mind, I trust you, do whatever.
So along that line, and I ask this to bartenders all the time that are on the show, let's go down the line here. What's your favorite drink to, number one, make?
Oh no.
And number two, what's your favorite drink to enjoy?
Man, I'm just a super simple kind of guy. I love tiki. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could just say that I'm not a liar.
You can say you like beer.
No, I really love a really well done old fashioned.
Oh yeah, that's I agree with you on that. That's a good one.
I love to make it. I love to drink it. It's just one of those cocktails. It's 3 simple ingredients, and you can really mess it up. Or you could really make it really good.
You're right.
And so, that's kind of my go-to everywhere. It's my favorite thing. It's what I drink at home when I'm relaxing. When I'm feeling adventurous, though, it's probably a zombie. So I was excited about tonight. Yeah.
Now, what's your favorite to make or serve to a customer? Is it the same thing?
To make or serve to a customer at where we are now at Trader Sam's, it's probably one of our off-the-menu tiki cocktails that we've created. You know, that's my favorite to do. Is something that I've created personally. Gives you gives an ode to tiki.
What's the drink that you have that? And I apologize because I'm not a regular Trader Sam's.
No worries.
Not yet.
There's a drink you're known for. What's the drink that you make off menu that everybody tells me that I gotta
Are you
get?
talking about the Roy's on Purpose? Is that it?
That's
the
it.
Spin off of the Ray's Mistake.
The Ray's Mistake. That's right. The Roy's on Purpose.
Yeah,
I gotta get that.
Yeah,
I gotta
that's a
get
good
that
one.
next time. All right, I'm gonna try that one next time.
It'll
All right,
get you.
Christian, what about you? What's your favorite drink to make or to enjoy for yourself? And what's your favorite drink to serve?
Personally, to make for my guests, I love making a good Mai Tai. It's just a nice little connection to the past, and at the same time, it's the Mai Tai that we make is also a little bit more, I wouldn't call it contemporary, but it's a nice, respectful Mai Tai that has its roots in the past, and it's just a good introductory cocktail. Or even if you're a veteran tiki cocktail enthusiast, it's a good, balanced, delicious. It's just a great way to go to start your evening or end your evening. It's always going to be great. As far as my favorite cocktail to enjoy, it would have to be like Roy. I like a good old fashioned. An old fashioned says a lot about a bartender. Without having to ask them too many questions. You can see how much pride is taken in their job, how much they care about what they're doing, and how much experience and season there, or even what era they were trained in by their technique. There's just a lot said without being said through an old-fashioned, and I enjoy its simplicity, yet how complex it can be at the same time. So it tells me a lot, and it's my favorite cocktail.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer about the old-fashioned, how complex and simple it is at the same time, and then that you can tell from the era that they're trained from, or the era that they favor the most. I want to ask you about the Mai Tai, though. So is the Mai Tai something that you enjoy serving most because is it because it's an educational tool that kind of shows people that, like, a Mai Tai is not pineapple juice and grenadine. And let me show you what a real Mai Tai is.
Right.
And I think you're going to like it.
It's a conversational piece. It's kind of a good way to shake hands with somebody. And if they're new to the scene, it's a great way to introduce them. And at the same time, if they've been in the scene for a while, then they'll appreciate, the connection to Victor Borgeron and how we are definitely trying to educate the general masses that a Mai Tai isn't that dark float grenadine thing that you find everywhere, which is no knock to that. The contemporary Mai Tai is what it is, and it's good for those that are looking for that flavor profile. But when we talk about traditional and the roots of the Mai Tai, I love the Mai Tai that we serve.
Very cool. What about you, Ash?
I love making a good 3 dots and a dash. I feel like, when
for yourself or for your
my guests.
Okay.
Usually it's when someone goes, "Hey, I've tried all the drinks on the menu. I've tried a couple off-menu drinks." So it's kind of opening their perspective to. It's a good introduction to like agricole rums and the use of allspice and honey in a cocktail. It's complex, has different many character notes, and it really brings forth the person's liking towards where they want to go towards. It's one of my favorite cocktails to drink, but my favorite cocktail to actually enjoy is a good old Jet Pilot.
I thought you were going to say a good old fashioned.
Yeah.
These guys
3 for 3. Yeah, no.
Yeah, a good old Jet Pilot, cinnamon.
I was hoping he was. That'd be awesome.
Cinnamon, falernum, lime, couple rums, flash blend, some absinthe. Delicious.
Yeah, very cool. So tell me about the drinks that we are going to enjoy tonight. The zombie. Is this a traditional zombie?
When you say traditional, you got to get all the way back into some really, the tiki recipe culture has been so skewed over years. It's crazy. But and we've stuck to as closely as we can with the products that we got from Real McCoy. We do not. The one thing we don't have is an overproof in here, but I think we made up for it with some punch, and we infused some of our own falernum, and we took the liberties to make it even better.
No.
Right. Is it the original? No. Is it based off the original, like a template? Absolutely.
Sure.
Is it good? Oh yeah.
You're gonna feel like it's a zombie. It's gonna drink like it's a zombie, but as far as the exacting ingredients and proportions, is a little different.
You guys are making your own falernum earlier, weren't you?
We did. It's
Very
beautiful.
nice.
We
Necessity is the mother of all inventions, sir. When you need,
Well, it's
you need.
it's cool, but you know what's cool about making your own falernum at home? I mean, it's cool to make it at home. It's cool to make it at the bar, but
yeah.
you're making it at the Tiki Farm warehouse.
Right.
This is the glamorous part of that job we were talking about, right? Over in the corner.
MacGyver bartending.
Just another one of the
That's
beauties
right.
of tiki bartending.
Looks like a crystal meth plant over there.
Breaking Bad.
We're just still here for a moment. We're going to infuse for approximately 45 minutes.
They're all itchy and cold.
So what else are we having outside of the zombie? I think there's 3 cocktails tonight.
There is 3.
So the next one would be a Mai Tai, and to reiterate, it's using the template of the original Trader Vic Mai Tai, but we are using Real McCoy Combiers for the orange curacao portion of the cocktail, and we still have orgeat and lime in there, so it is very close to the original, but it has our little kicks to it.
Little twists and turns.
We really want to embrace the sponsors, obviously. They're the ones that are so polite, and they're really donating all of this awesome booze to us. So
we love them.
We wanted to use as much of it as possible in every cocktail,
Yeah.
And we use their products at the bar. We use Liquid Alchemist. We use Real McCoy. We use those products at Trader Sam's daily. And, if you've ever had a Sea Monsters Embrace, if you've ever had a...
I haven't. That's not on the menu.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yep,
It's a big bowl. It's based off of the Bali Bali. It's made
that might be why I don't recognize it, because I don't normally order bowl drinks there.
Roy, tell them about the third cocktail, the Mezcal special.
So
Your baby.
Yeah, we had some really, really home hand distilled tequila that they wanted to play with, and so what I did is I made like a kind of a spin-off of a penicillin, but I kind of tikified it with a little falernum, some fresh lime juice. We used some ginger in there, a little bit of passion fruit syrup from Liquid Alchemist, and then we're going to float a really, really nice smoky mezcal over the top of it, so you get that ginger smoky flavor from it. It's going to be the final cocktail. We're going to put that into the surprise at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you've mentioned the surprise.
I haven't.
Okay. Well, we won't mention it for you either.
I was saving all the cocktail stuff for you guys since you guys are making the drinks tonight.
Well, for those that made it tonight, I mean, what do they get, Ash? What's happening?
Tell them what they've won.
The final cocktail is going to go into, what was it? The exclusive release for just the bartender's cabinet, right? USBG.
Yeah, so it should be a zombie mug.
Yeah, the zombie mug.
Special mug.
But it's exclusively released just for the people
if you're
that
not
arrived
here,
tonight.
you don't get one.
You don't get one.
So get on the...
Oh, yeah, all the mug people. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you guys know all about that.
Oh yeah.
Because
So you can still get here, get on the freeway, and got about 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to be packed in about 30 minutes right now.
Right,
About 300 people about to show up here right now.
people go mug crazy with
Oh,
you
yeah.
you guys' mugs, man.
Oh my
Mug
god.
crazy. That's an understatement, my friend.
People lining up at what, 3 in the morning?
2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
In the cold.
That's crazy. What I love is like, so, I understand the passion and all that. I've never been the kind of person that'll get up in the middle of the night to go line up for anything.
Man.
Not even when I was younger. And Madonna
exactly.
Had that one thing.
Exactly. Dude, if Madonna were handing out blowjobs, I wouldn't be getting up.
Yeah, we got to say bad words.
We can say a bad word.
Naughty
I mean,
words.
We had to
then
break
I would definitely wake up early for that one.
I don't know,
it
that
depends.
Madonna or
It
now
depends.
Madonna?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Early Madonna.
I retract my
definitely.
statement.
But I'll tell you what I love the best is when they are lined up at 3 in the morning. They get their mug, post all about it on social media,
Right.
and at 5 o'clock someone posts, "Yeah, they still have a lot left over."
Oh
here."
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We can just
or
walk
3
in and
days
grab-
later, or 4 days later.
My favorite is when they're lining up at 3 in the morning and they're already complaining about the mug and posting it on eBay for sale also at the same time.
Yeah.
Those are fun. That's a fun group
Yeah.
right there.
Well,
Sad.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Well, I'm looking forward to having your cocktails
Thank you.
tonight.
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
looking
too.
forward
We're
to
happy
you having
to
them.
be hanging out with you.
I want to thank you guys for taking a minute to sit down with us. I know you're going to have a busy night in front of you, so thanks for sitting down with the podcast. I'm going to throw this out there. I'd love to have you guys back on the show again in the future.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
If you're game for that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, let's do that. So when we come back, we're going to have our sponsors. Before we wrap your segment up, let's say thank you to the Mai Tai Mafia here.
Yeah, Mai Tai Mafia in the house.
Mafia.
Thank you for sponsoring tonight's meeting. Thank you for making these cocktails possible for us tonight.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see or actually taste what you guys do with their stuff. So.
Let's just hope you remember.
I know, me too. Because I got to drive home. So.
In the end, isn't
we
that
have water too?
Sort of like, I mean, in that. It's beautiful because you have a combination of many different people's passions all coming together into one thing, you know, and that's ultimately what's great about Tiki. You have those that are passionate about the syrups, those that are passionate about the mugs, those that are passionate about, and I'm talking design. I know consumer is another aspect, but when you bring all those together, you know, cocktail design, mug design, syrup, all those things, all those visions, and even podcasts, you know, when you bring all those visions together, you have a beautiful culture, and that culture is something that is it's very rare and very unique, and it's awesome. And that's all. I'll end with that.
Very well said, Cristian. I want you to speak at my funeral. That was beautiful, man.
Ohana means family.
That's right. All about Ohana.
Right. That's right. All right, folks. When we come back, we will be joined by our sponsors, the Mai Tai Mafia.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
This podcast is brought to you in part by the Tiki Tea, a family-owned and operated tropical drink bar in Los Angeles, California. Come get their house specialty, the Raised Mistake, for only $6 on Wednesdays until 9 p.m. For more information, check out their website, tiki-ti.com. This podcast is also brought to you by Steadfast Pomade, a strong-holding, medium-bodied styling product for men and women, which leaves your hair looking slick, neat, and shiny with a clean, fresh scent. Order yours today at steadfastpomade.com.
Alrighty, folks, and we are back with the one and only Mai Tai Mafia. Aloha, guys.
How's it going?
Aloha. Let me start by saying thank you for sponsoring tonight's Tiki meeting with the OCUSBG.
It's our pleasure.
Well, yeah, it was great.
So, we have 3 voices on the podcast right now, so let's have you introduce each other one by one. Where should we start?
Yeah, I'll start. So my name is Alexandre Chaigne. I'm French, duh. AKA Big Al in the Mai Tai Mafia family, the French connection. I do work with CNI Brands, exclusive importer of Combier liqueurs from France.
Very nice.
I am the orange liqueur part of the Mai Tai.
That's what I have right here.
There you go.
I've got this mezcal right here.
This kept them in order. Beautiful.
Well, I did. So I had this over here. So I actually had a grid going so that I knew which was which, so that when I took a photo, I could identify each one. And so, obviously, our listeners don't see this. I have a total of 8 shots in front of me. And this is in addition to the 3 cocktails I've had so far. So this is actually, I have to drive tonight, and that's why these are still, mostly full. But I tasted them, and they're all excellent, right? So we have 2 mezcals here.
No, we have 1 mezcal. And 1 orange liqueur.
An orange liqueur, okay. So the orange liqueur is like super sweet, actually.
Well, yeah, it is a liqueur, so obviously it's going to be, a bit sweet.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's
very
80
good.
proof, though, so careful before you drive.
Oh, okay. So let's go down the line here. My friend Nathan.
Hey, yeah, my name is Nathan Hazard. I am the brand ambassador for Real McCoy Rum. I am, surprise, surprise, the rum portion of the Mai Tai in the trifecta. Right. That is the Mai Tai Mafia.
Right. And I have some Real McCoy here, too. I have so this is the 3-year, the 5-year, and the 12-year.
Correct. Yeah, we're kind of trying to break down that whole idea of silver, gold, dark. We're just real rum. We're just rum. We're aged rum. It's a 3-year. It looks light. There's a 5-year. It looks kind of gold, and there's a 12-year. I guess you could say it looks a little dark, but we aren't flavoring. We aren't coloring. We aren't doing all these things to make it these things. It just is what it is, and it has different applications.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, and so our third guest tonight.
I'm Joe Carlin, and I'm here with Liquid Alchemist Syrups, a.k.a. Joey Bones in the Mai Tai Mafia.
Joey Bones.
And I'm actually the orgeat portion of it. I'm going to be the almond syrup inside the Mai Tai.
So, and the irony is, I don't believe there's any orgeat here.
There is not. We had to use it for all of the cocktail, unfortunately. So in front of you have some all-natural coconut syrup, the first of its kind.
So I have coconut.
You have tamarind.
And And grenadine.
True grenadine.
True grenadine, which is not blood red.
Correct.
Yeah, looks like root beer.
Exactly. It's actually pomegranate molasses instead of just red food coloring. Big difference, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. All great stuff here, you guys. So let's talk about how each of your products worked into our cocktails tonight.
Sure. So in a very traditional Mai Tai, it shouldn't have the grenadine, it shouldn't have orange juice or pineapple juice. It needs to actually have a well-balanced rum, amazing almond syrup, and then it also needs to have some great orange curacao as well. And we kind of just came together, presented what we thought was a great Mai Tai, and been showing it to the masses. Yeah.
The Mai Tai that was made with these ingredients was very good. I enjoyed it immensely. Let's talk about some of the other drinks here. So, I want to get this in order. The first drink that we had was the zombie.
Correct. The zombie, yeah.
And I believe that we were using Real McCoy in that zombie.
Yeah. So it actually has all three of our rums in their zombie that they came up with tonight. It had our 3-year, our 5-year, and the 12-year. It was also kind of unique because, falernum is something that is common in a zombie. And in this case, we were opting to use something that came from Alex's portfolio. So we used the Combier, but the bartenders from Trader Sam's kind of infused it with botanicals that would be common of a falernum.
Yeah.
And actually made a really interesting kind of house.
It was really good.
House falernum, and also with a little bit of the Liquid Alchemist, apple spice, and it just all came together very beautifully.
It came together very nicely.
Yeah, to kind of bring all of these traditional flavor profiles of the zombie, but using all of our craft products to kind of make that equivalent. And it ended up, I think arguably just as good, if not even slightly more pleasant. I don't know. It was very easy to drink. It was very easy to drink.
I think they also used a bit of the Combier absinthe.
Yes, they did.
That's,
yeah.
Really?
Yes, it's really new to California. It's been like a month.
So, really?
It's called
interesting.
Combier Blanchette. It's a clear absinthe, Swiss style, as we call it.
Yeah,
it's 60 proof, pretty strong. Very, very good. Yeah.
It's kind of the beauty of these sorts of events, because you can really rely on the creativity and palates of this very incredible bar community we have to take what we are offering and do something gorgeous with it, and just to see them kind of wield it in a way that brought something familiar out of something different. Much like the Mai Tai itself. It came out of a riff on the QB cooler, right? And that was how we even have the Mai Tai, was Trader Vic playing with an older Don Beach recipe and using totally different ingredients. Created something similar but almost superior.
I love that you mentioned that, because most people either don't know or just completely forgot about that. Right? Because what Trader Vic's was actually trying to do is reverse engineer the QB cooler and end up coming up with the Mai Tai. So tell me, speaking about Mai Tai, tell me about the Mai Tai Mafia, because I love the name. I love the name, and I took a bunch of the stickers.
Put them on every urinal you come in contact with.
Right, and I have stickers too if you guys want to do the same.
We will.
So, all right, cool.
You're already on every urinal.
I know I am. I know. I've got a really good street team. I put that in quotes because people take my stickers and they just stick them everywhere. And I'm surprised no one's actually hit me up and said, "Hey, would you please stop putting your stickers in our bathrooms?" But it's not me, because I'm at home. I'm at home, right? Everybody's doing that. So tell me about the Mai Tai Mafia and how this came about.
Sure. I mean, the Mai Tai Mafia came about 3 years ago. Actually, Big Al was the original member, and then we had 2 other members of it, which originally was a different rum, Denison rum. And then, unfortunately, Georgie got whacked, so there's no more Denison involved. And at one time,
whacked.
Yeah, and then they weren't using our orgeat originally. It was a orgeat liqueur called Les Orgeat, great company, and that was with Avery Underhill. And unfortunately, Avery Underhill, he went missing. He was a snitch. We don't really know what happened to him, but we love Avery though.
Is he swimming with the fishes?
He's swimming with the fishes in Palm Springs right now.
Exactly.
Not a bad place to swim with fishes.
Yeah. So over time, Big Al, after some of his crew got whacked, he brought in Real McCoy for the amazing rum they have. Then they approached us to be the orgeat element, and that's what kind of came together about 2 years ago, guys, a year and a half ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys normally collaborate on a lot of these events?
Yes.
Okay.
Increasingly so. I think something that's nice for these types of events, and anytime we're engaging with community, whether it's consumers or industry, just to have a platform that makes it a little unique, kind of brings something new to the table. And sometimes if you're just kind of a single brand approaching a room, it's hard to stand out.
Yeah,
and it's really nice
yeah.
to kind of band together with other like-minded brands and just do something that's memorable. And I think that's Mai Tai Mafia, as you said, you like the name, you like the concept. I mean, it immediately sparks something, so people at least remember.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And typically we also serve meatballs, which we did not do today.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
Mai Tais and meatballs.
Yeah, Mai Tais and meatballs.
Okay.
That's always our thing. But we had Hawaiian food here
Breakfast.
today, tiki, so we had to.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. What's the future of Mai Tai Mafia? Is there anything else happening with you guys in the near future? Any collaborations?
Surprise.
Events? It's surprise. Okay. Oh, and I love the look too. I got
you
the
just
eyes.
raised all of the
I got
French
the eyes.
eyebrows.
Right.
Yeah, we are developing into a national group, I guess you would say. So
Oh,
we're going to be
very
popping up in
nice.
different states in the next year. I would say 2020 is going to be a very action-packed
Yeah,
year for us.
for sure.
Very nice. Well, I always enjoy so this is the second year that they're doing the Tiki USBG meeting for Orange County. And I always enjoy these because I'm a Tiki guy. I love the cocktails, but I'm less of a cocktail guy than I am a Tiki guy.
Right.
But they're like very much partners.
Yeah.
Right.
Simpatico.
Right. Yeah. And I see Nathan at all the Tiki stuff. So, and I must admit, and I admit this embarrassingly, I wasn't familiar with Real McCoy before as I am tonight, and I'm impressed. It's a great rum. So, Inside the Desert Oasis Room fully endorses the Real McCoy.
Hey. bring
And
it
the
on.
Mai Tai Mafia. How's that? How's that? Before we wrap up,
good to have you.
I thank you. I just want to say thank you again for sponsoring tonight's meeting and making all the cocktails possible for us and having this meeting with the USBG. I always enjoy going to these things. I'm looking forward to whatever it is that you guys are doing again in the near future, hopefully sometime really soon, because
We'll be at some Tiki Festival coming up sometime next year.
yeah, I'm enjoying
but yeah,
this collaboration that you guys are doing.
Oh, great.
Thank you. Yeah.
So before we wrap up, let's tell all of our listeners how we can find your products. If you each want to throw out your social medias and your websites and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course. So for Combier, you can have more information, especially on cnibrands.com. That's the website with all the Combier products, all the information, and also about all the other products that we have in the portfolio as Bainez Mezcal, Libélula Tequila, and Pisco, and we have a bunch of really cool stuff, artisanal. And on social media, you can also check CNI Brands, at CNI Brands on Instagram. We also do have Combier_USA for all the Combier stuff, and Bainez Mezcal, artisanal mezcal on social media, on Instagram as well. And then you can find them in all good liquor stores. Soon to be Combier at Bevmo also, so you can make your own Mai Tai, boom, very soon.
Yeah.
So,
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, you can find Real McCoy Rum you can find us at realmccoyspirits.com is our website. You can also find us at the Real McCoy Rum on social media. I am just my name, at Nathan Hazard, if you want to follow my antics. And of course, we are just at Mai Tai Mafia.
Yeah.
And Mai Tai Mafia, Liquid Alchemist?
Yeah, so for Liquid Alchemist, it's at Liquid Alchemist for the Instagram website. It's liquid-alchemist.com. And we're actually just, as of this week, available on Amazon. You guys are actually the first people to know
Very
about this.
nice.
So we're actually publicly launching it, or letting people know next week. So you can get us anywhere in the world now, guys.
So now, so here's the thing. I know you're out of shirts, right?
I can get you one.
I answered all the I knew all the answers, right? But I'm back here in the corner. I'm raising my hand. I know Nathan saw me, but I'm back here in the corner and like, I know you guys aren't going to see me, but I do want a shirt. If you can hook me up with a shirt, I'd love that.
I'll get you one too.
Oh, great. Awesome. Okay. So
one.
now the pressure's on Nathan to throw in his.
I'll make you one with puff paint or a Sharpie.
Yeah, that's going to be number one and last. Sure.
1 out of 1.
There you go. Well, thanks again, guys. Again, I appreciate everything. Thank you for being on the podcast and taking the time.
Thank you.
We're wrapping up now after, I think, a successful Tiki night here at the OCUSBG. And I look forward to seeing you at the next event.
Yes,
for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Cheers.
Well, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're back here with our host, Benny from the OCUSBG. Benny, I had an excellent night, as usual.
Oh, well, thank you, Adrian.
Thank you so much for having me. Everyone's wrapping up here. I think we are probably down to about a dozen people now. But we're still at Tiki Farm. We're still enjoying ourselves. We had some fun tonight, so let's talk about our night. We had 3 cocktails.
3 cocktails.
A zombie, a Mai Tai, and I don't remember the name of the last drink. It was a mezcal drink.
The final one was Poison Dart, and it's a variation on the Lapu, shall we say, using tequila and finishing off with just a little bit of mezcal. Add some smokiness to that.
It was very nice.
Yeah, I think they subbed out pineapple for grapefruit juice, but Trader Sam's team, man, they came in.
Yeah, man, they knocked it out of the park.
You have 2 bartenders at Disney. You have Disney bartenders.
Yeah.
You have Mickey mixologists. and I hate the whole term mixologist, but I mean there's some definite bartenders who work for Disney that are out there really killing it, putting out some great cocktails.
Completely.
I went into the cantina. You know, we had a bartender day thrown by Eric Castro, which is just bartenders going to Disneyland, hanging out for the day, having a great time. There's probably 200 bartenders there at least. And I ended up going to the cantina, and we got all of their cocktails. Blown away.
Very nice.
Great cocktails.
Yeah.
And I know they come off a draft and everything, but it was, I had a great time. Cocktails took a little while, but you order, you have a cocktail and so forth. I think you can only have 2 when you're there, but it's a phenomenal. Disney can put together some great stuff.
And I would say, when you say that even though they come off of a draft, I would say that sometimes it's even more challenging to serve a refreshing cocktail that's been batched.
Oh yeah,
it's because it's
That's
easier.
not easy to do.
It's easier, in my opinion, to make a freshly a freshly concocted cocktail than it is to batch a cocktail and then still have it be fresh later on.
Yeah.
Right? So
anytime you bartend and you are, even the event this evening, all the cocktails were put together beforehand and then shaken and then put in the glass and so forth. But, you have to save yourself some time.
I get it.
And there's a lot of establishments that do that. There's nothing wrong with batching.
Yeah.
The cocktails, let me state, were pretty awesome. So if you have not gotten to check out Star Wars Land, definitely check it out. But, the cantina was pretty cool. I like Disney in general. I'm a big Disney fan.
And let's give a shout out to our bartenders here from Trader Sam's. So our friends Roy and Cristian and Ash. That just knocked it out of the park for us tonight. Thank you for working hard for us tonight, you guys. I also want to thank our sponsors tonight, the Mai Tai Mafia.
Mai Tai Mafia.
Thank you guys for sponsoring this event. Can't think of them enough. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have had the cocktails that we had tonight and this great Tiki event that you have every year for the OCUSBG.
100%. And let me state, Tiki Farm for hosting, having us here.
Thank you,
giving
Tiki Farm.
Everybody a cocktail mug, and yourself, Adrian.
Oh, it's very nice of you.
To your second year you've done it. I
will always be here as long as you invite me.
You will always be invited.
So as long as you invite me, I will always be here. So let me reciprocate and say thank you for inviting me.
Well, let me say,
I feel very special when you do that. Because
always,
this is not an event that's open to the public. So the fact that I get to be part of this is really a special thing for me. So thank you so much for including me.
Well, let me tell you, like I said, when we took that picture of everybody together and said, hey, this is our graduating class. Well, you're one of the professors, sir, of that graduating class.
That's nice
of
you
you
to
say.
I feel. Thank you so much, Benny. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up, if there's anything you want to promote, please tell our listeners.
Thank you. Yes. So I've been so inspired by your show and, so many of the podcasts that I've really gotten into and really listened to that I've teamed up with a couple of chefs and chef/bartenders, shall I say. And we we've created a podcast of our own doing.
How cool is that?
It's exciting. I'm so excited. But doing food and beverage within Orange County and Southern California as a whole. I feel that when it comes to food and beverage, New York is seen as a big deal. San Francisco is seen as a big deal. But really, I think if you put together Southern California as a whole, San Diego, LA, Orange County, I feel that it's a very important area within food and beverage altogether.
Very cool.
So it's about promoting this area, making people knowledgeable about what goes on within this profession, but having a good time and talking to some great people, and that's what's key.
So tell us more about this podcast. Is this going to be a weekly, monthly?
It's going to be a weekly podcast.
Weekly show, and we're doing this also on YouTube?
We are doing this on YouTube as well.
Very cool.
It is Fat, Drunk, and Happy.
Fat, Drunk, and Happy. I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
You're speaking my language.
So we got a chef. We got he's fat, but I'm actually fatter than he is. We got the bartender brand ambassador. He's so drunk, and we have the gentleman who is both knowledgeable in being a bartender and knowledgeable in being a chef, and he's happy.
Very cool.
We get together. I'm not going to be on every single podcast. I think we're going to kind of rotate, bring in guests, but we are definitely going to provide some cool information, do some cool interviews, and really, let me tell you, it's an exciting time in life because this media right here, podcasts, YouTubes, it is an independent media. I mean, YouTube has created its own channel and network.
I'm going to tell you, independent content creation is the word. That's the future. That's where it's at. This is, to me, so the way that things were before, right? When we listen to radio or we watch TV, we're at the mercy of a program director's desires, right?
Yeah.
But now we get to pick and choose exactly what we want to watch, what we want to listen to. And so this is a platform for people like you and me that want to talk about things that we're passionate about that we know other people are going to enjoy as well. Yeah. Because they might be equally passionate about it, right? So here we are. We want to promote your podcast, and I also want to promote your book.
It's Cocktails Made Simple. You can get that on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. It's like $13.
There you go.
Which is great for the holidays.
And here we go. We have a copy right here. Cocktails Made Simple.
And you can see it's, I
love it.
It's tiny and it's got a lot of information, but I, again, wrote this book with a bartender from on the East Coast who does a podcast as well, and it's a great cocktail for $13. It's something that you can give to your loved ones for the holidays. It's great if you're an enthusiast, you like entertaining at home, but on the same sense, if you're in one of those like job Christmas present raffles, you can never go wrong with buying a $13 cocktail book that actually looks beautiful.
That's right, it is beautiful.
The graphics, the photography, two bartenders that are very knowledgeable in what they do for a living. It's a great book. So get on Barnes & Noble or get on .com or get on Amazon.com. Get yourself a copy and pass that around town like you're a rock star. Like, make it rain cocktail books.
There you go.
For the holidays. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I want to take one last opportunity to say thank you again for including me and Inside the Desert Oasis Room as part of this event, this special event. I'm honored to have been included. And I look forward to whatever this next thing is that I'm going to see you at. Maybe it's going to be another USBG meeting, or maybe it's going to be at an event, or maybe at a whiskey tasting or something.
Oh my God, let's do a whiskey tasting.
Let's do a whiskey tasting.
We haven't even done a Whistle Pig type of tasting
let's
on this.
Do that.
So that would be awesome.
So let's plan on that, and I do want to do something with you on your podcast.
Yeah. I would love that.
So let's try to make that happen.
That would be a true honor, honestly.
Let's try to make that happen.
I've gotten to listen to you for a long time. So getting to connect with you the way I did, just throwing you a message out to you on social media and just connecting the way everything has happened. I appreciate you, Adrian.
I appreciate you too.
And a big fan.
Oh,
big
likewise.
fan of the show. So
likewise. Thank you so much.
Always subscribe, rate, leave comments.
Thank you. There you go.
I'm doing the commercial for
you. There you go. Okay, party people, if you have any questions, comments, or just want to leave a shout out, stop by our Facebook group page, Inside the Desert Oasis Room. Check out our friends at OCUSBG,
on
right?
Instagram. It's at OCUSBG. For myself, it's at the bar host.
At the bar host.
And for Whistlepig, it's at Whistlepig OC.
All right. Thank you again, Benny.
Thank you.
Appreciate it so
Adrian.
much. All right, party
Cheers.
people, we'll catch you on the next one. Aloha.
Aloha.